For days, there were loud questions, sharp concerns and rising anxiety. Will the Indian farmer pay the price for the Indo-US trade deal? Now, top government sources are giving a clear, unambiguous answer. No. Let's break this down simply. India's food security remains fully protected. Staples that form the backbone of Indian agriculture, rice, wheat, soybean, corn, dairy products and sugar are completely outside the trade deal. These are non-negotiables and sources say they were never on the table. Officials are stressing one key point again and again. The bulk of what Indian farmers grow will not be impacted at all. So what about agricultural imports from the United States? Sources are clarifying these will be limited, selective and niche. Items that are not produced at a scale in India and are not mass consumption products. There will be no flood of cheap foreign food entering Indian markets. What may feature instead are premium dry fruits, American almonds, cashew nuts, pecans, walnuts and pistachios. In short, this is about specialty imports, not staples. But the same far-sightedness or pragmatism seems to be lost in today's bitter politics, where the opposition is not ready to believe the government. Now to the timeline. Well, government sources say the trade deal with the US could be formally signed as early as March. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal has said much the same. India has not opened its markets in any way that pressures domestic farmers. Now let's look at the bigger picture. Well, this deal comes after a very tense phase in India-US trade relations in 2025. Tariffs had escalated sharply. The United States imposed reciprocal duties that went as high as 50% on some Indian exports. Negotiations were stalled, ties had cooled. The breakthrough came after a phone call between Prime Minister Modi and US President Donald Trump. Soon after, President Trump announced that the two sides had reached an agreement on a trade deal, calling it a product of friendship, respect and mutual interest. Prime Minister Modi responded on X, thanking President Trump and saying the agreement reaffirms the strength of the ties between the world's two largest democracies. The diplomacy has delivered results, and this is not a deal that compromises food security. It's one that balances trade, trust and national interest.